Senior night, the Highlands Golden Rams host the Red Hurricanes of Newcastle. Along with the Dean, Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik greeting you from Highlands, Dean, and a beautiful night for football. It's crisp, it's cool, but it's dry for the ninth straight week.
Yeah, Mike, the sun came out, it got a little warmer as the day wore on, so we have a great night here on Senior night to play football.
Well, last week's game was very interesting. The Rams fell to South Fayette 21-18 in what was probably their best game of the year, but they lost by 3 points. What does it mean? Can a game like that be a springboard to the last two games of this season and into next year, or could there be a letdown tonight after putting forth such a big effort last week?
Well, I told the guys if this was a middle school game, we'd say we scored 3 touchdowns, you scored 3 touchdowns, but that's not how it works. Johnny Price was put in the paper, he said it took a game like this to realize that we can bang with any team, especially a team like South Fayette. Here's the important part, Mike. He said it's definitely a confidence booster for us playing a tough Newcastle team on Senior night. That'll be a test of that confidence, to be sure.
Well, the one thing you have to worry about coming off a tough physical game like that are injuries, and the Rams are a banged-up group coming into tonight.
Yeah, Mike, 2 seniors will not play tonight. Blake Clark with a foot injury, and late scratch is Max Weston. He did a great job on the defensive line.
2 of our great defensive linemen, yep.
Yeah, and he's out with a back injury. Good news, Joaquin Roman hurt his wrist last week against South Bend. He's available to play. And Chandler Timmons was sick earlier in the week. He is available to play here, too.
You talked about our defense and the great improvements they've made over the years. From last year to this, they have improved in yards, total yards, rushing yards allowed, passing yards allowed, and the 2 important ones, points per game. They gave up 38 a game last year, 19 this year. They've cut that in half. And on third downs last year, they allowed 52%. This year, only 30%.
Yeah, Mike, we changed our defense this year. We went to 3-5-3. And again, I thought Max Weston going into the down lineman position with Nelson and Joaquin Roman did a great job for us, but he will not be there tonight. Freshman Tyler Bender will take his place. We'll come at him with 5 linebackers, 3 defensive backs. And Mike, a different look this year for Newcastle. Demetrius McKnight, last year's quarterback, is this year's running back, and they call him McKnight Mayor. He is off to a great start this year. He has 895 yards. He's averaging 6 per carry, so he'll be a handful for this Golden Ram defense.
And if you remember him, Highlands has won the toss. They've deferred their options, so Newcastle will get the ball. He was one of their great basketball players and didn't play in the basketball game earlier this year, the semifinal game that Highlands played against Newcastle. He was unable to go there. He had a violation of a team rule, but he is back in good graces. And as you said, running the ball very well for Newcastle. Needing 1 win to make the playoffs, Highlands is unfortunately out.
We are not mathematically.
Actually, we are.
Well, okay, then guess what? There's 119 teams in WPL. 90 have a chance.
Well,
Butler at 0-8 has a chance, and we are one of the
here's all
19 teams. No, 29 teams.
Here's all I know. The only person that thinks we're mathematically eliminated is me, and I'm going with me. If you've been putting off that much-needed work around the house, why not let the pros at Beanie Home Renovations help you kick off football season with a new kitchen, bathroom, game room, or addition to make your home a winner. With over 100 years of combined experience, owner Brian E. and his team of pros at Beanie want to make sure that your job will be completed on time, exactly the way you want it, and in plenty of time to have that championship celebration, because customer service is their top priority. Give Brian a call today, 724-351-3172 for a free estimate, or visit their Facebook page. That's Beanie Home Renovations, where the bee is always busy.
All right, I'll go sideways math with you. There's 21 spots available. 90 teams have a chance at them.
There you go. And the kickoff by Jeremiah Saunders is going to be a short one, and it's picked up by 24. That's Julian Klingensmith, and he's knocked out of bounds across the way at the 34-yard line, and that's where the Newcastle Red Hurricanes will start it. We mentioned about McKnight playing running back. He'll play a lot of Wildcat, too, and he threw a touchdown pass to the quarterback, Wells, last week.
And Mike, again, he was pretty impressive at quarterback last year, but he will start running back tonight. Number 3, Michael Wells. He's a basketball player, too, Mike. He is the quarterback. 24, Julian Klingensmith, the other running back. Wide receiver 17, Donnie Cade. Number 5, Jason Williams will get the down lineman after this play. 1st
and 10 for the Red Hurricanes. They start on the 35-yard line. And the handoff is to McKnight with a big hole, and he's on his way. 45, 50, and a first down into Highlands territory as Christ drags him off his feet at the Highlands 48-yard line. And there's Demetrius McKnight right away.
Johnny Christ had to make the tackle, Mike, from the safety spot. Landon Signorella on the kick tackle, and he wears number 20.
I guess that means he got good news from the doctor. I talked to his grandpa before the game.
Available to play tonight with that wrist injury. Newcastle going fast, just like South Fayette last week.
Oh, good. First down, 17-yard gain by McKnight. And this is the quarterback, Wells, keeping it, carrying it out there like a loaf of bread, and finally gets swallowed up by Christ. And also, number 30, James Vance, the senior, at the 46-yard line. He gets 2.
Bender made contact in the backfield, Mike, but he couldn't wrap up. Gets a gain of about 3 on that play to Don Lyman for Newcastle. 79 is the tackle, Barney Fabian. 52, Logan Gibson, left guard. Center is 50, Richard Anderson. 71, Emon Holmes, right guard. 78, Antonio Ryan, right tackle. And the tight end, 23, Jalen Collins.
Julia McCorkle getting the pictures from upstairs. A little chilly tonight, but she's brought fortifications up there. 2nd down and 8. Williams, the motion man. He's going to get it on a jet. Williams to the nearest far side of the field, and the Rams have him as Brock White swings him down. They're going to say inbounds at the 44-yard line.
Mike, we mentioned 5 linebackers starting for Highlands. Brock White, 22. 61, Kyron Long. Middle linebacker, senior, 53, Darren Hildebrand. Inside linebacker, 54, Jeremiah Saunders. And the other outside linebacker, number 2, Caleb White. Don Lyman tonight, 52, Joaquin Roman. 50, Jeremiah Nelson. 6, Matt Weston cannot go. Tyler Bender, the freshman, takes his place at the other end.
Of course, starting lineups brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting in Natrota Heights since 1979. They got you covered. We'll see if the Rams have this 3rd down covered. They give it to McKnight to the near side of the field, and he's going to get the 1st down and more. Pushed out of bounds at the Highlands 31-yard line by Christ and Caleb White. 1st down Newcastle, their 2nd of the night.
And Mike, he's getting too wide. We have to have somebody come up field, turn him inside. No one's done that so far. He's getting easy yardage.
He had a big game against Highlands last year from the quarterback position in Newcastle's 38-14 win. He had 14 carries for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh Thomason, who has since graduated, had 141 yards on 18 carries and a touchdown.
Defensive backfield, Golden Rams, 10, DJ Loveland, 26, Johnny Christ, 4, Deshaun Hawley.
Now McKnight out of Wildcat. Tries to cut it back. The ball is loose. Oh, and McKnight had it. Oh, the Rams. Brock White reached down to pick it up, and he couldn't quite get a hold. If he does pick it up, he's got a touchdown. But McKnight fell on it.
Shades of last week, Mike. If you remember, he picked off that pass, ran it back for a touchdown. I think Brock had the same design. The coaches next door saw him fall on the ball. He had a different plan.
I'm always for trying to pick it up, especially if it's somebody that can run it in. A big lineman probably. Yeah. But the good news is it's a loss of 13.
Forcing a pass, Mike, early on.
Remember to beautify and protect. Call Dan Timmons Painting today, 724-224-2851. Dan Timmons Painting. They got you covered. They bring us our starting lineup. 2nd down and long. And Wells is back. Wells in trouble. Sprints right. Looking. Fires it off his back foot. It's going to be pulled in at the 11-yard line as 2 Rams were unable to get to it as Jason Williams caught it, and it's 1st down. You can't let that happen.
Yeah, Mike, he threw from a back foot, being pushed backwards. Pressure came that time from Nelson. You can't make that throw. But he did. And
31 yards to the 12-yard line.
Get a signal for a fair catch there.
Yep.
By the way, Mike, Khalil Long, 88, now in the lineup at defensive end.
On a 2nd and 22. Boy, we've been burned by a few of those this year, have we not?
Honest to God. We had him where we wanted him.
This is McKnight to the far, near side of the field. He's at the 10, he's at the 5, and he's out of bounds, very close to a 1st down. He's not in the end zone, but it's 1st and goal Newcastle at the 1-yard line.
Once again, Mike, nobody up front stopping him. He's getting all he wants to the outside. Once he gets ahead of steam, he's going to get 1st down yard. 1st and goal. Just what you didn't want to have happen, Mike. You had him, 2nd and 26?
Yep.
Unbelievable.
So it's 1st and goal for the Red Hurricanes. And they have handled Highlands very easily here the last 3 years. Big scores, except for the one game up there that the coaching had a lot to do with that one. Previous staff. McKnight, cut back. It doesn't quite get in. The ball came out. What's the call? Oh, he was down, Dean. Let's see what they call. I know they didn't.
Yep.
The officials are going to discuss this. We don't have it. We don't have a signal yet. The longer they talk, this could be good. McKnight really just reached to put it down.
Yeah, it came out.
2nd down.
Yeah.
They got it right.
White on the tackle.
Yeah, you can only hope. That's the way I look at it. 2nd and goal, Newcastle at the 1-yard line.
Kids did a great job trying to sell it.
It's absolutely. But But good job by the Highlands. Remember last week, the last time we were in this position, South Fayette couldn't punch it in on 4 downs, and the Rams held them.
That was big.
McKnight out of the Wildcat.
Didn't work last time.
Going to run to the right. McKnight's got room. He's going to turn the corner and score a Newcastle touchdown.
It is just too easy, Mike. Once he gets around that side, he's just untouched.
9 plays, 65 yards in 4 minutes and 32 seconds. So that hurts as Newcastle easily just marches it right down the field. All on the ground except for the one big 31-yarder. Now, they went for 2 every time last week. We'll see if they continue to do that here.
Yeah, they're going to do it tonight, too, Mike, and they are.
Except the last time, and they sent a freshman kicker out. McKnight is the deep setback. And Williams in motion. They're going to run a toss to McKnight. Tries to cut it back. The Rams have him stopped, and they do stop him as James Vance, with help from Khalil Long, brings him down at the 2-yard line. So the 2-point conversion is no good. And at 7:28 left of the first half, maybe this week it'll be Newcastle that has extra point problems.
You know, Mike, that could be big.
And the Hurricanes lead it 6-0.
Talk about Planet Fitness at Toronto Heights. It's your home for judgment-free zone. Ken Wood, perfect attendance this week, made it every day. I cannot say that. Planet Fitness provides a unique setting where everyone is free to work out in a non-intimidating environment for as little as $10 a month. Open and staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They have great Tootsie Rolls this week, Mike. Great. This up a little bit. I like them. Kathy doesn't. More for me.
More for you.
Always a clean club. Locker room and showers. First-time gym member. No problem. Member and staff will make you feel comfortable at home. Ken showed me a great stretch machine the other day, so I'm going to be in there stretching my back. Thank you, Ken. Teen 13 to 15 can join, accompanied by an adult 18 or older, 16 years or older. You have your own membership. Remember, low as $10 a month. Stop in today. See Terra Planet Fitness in Heights Plaza.
Sheldon Cox will be the kicker.
And remember, Mike, we had a good return game going last week.
Very good.
Pick it up, yep.
We'll see if the Rams can continue that. And this is a drop by Brock, but he gets a nice dribble back up to look a little Australian rules. And he gets up to the 21-yard line. Donnie Cade makes the tackle, and that's where the Rams will start. Not good field position. Brock had trouble with it, but he got the nice country club bounce, though.
And Mike, Newcastle come at you with a 4-4-3 defense. Don Lyman, 78. Antonio Ryan, 79. Bernie Fabian, 51. Rocco Robinson, and 23. Jalen Cox. 4 linebackers, 24. Julian Klingensmith. 14. Will Blackenshire. 52. Logan Gibson. 17. Donnie Cade. We'll get to the backfield after this play.
First down, Rams on their 17-yard line. And the handoff is to Brock White, but they are waiting for him in the backfield.
Actually, that was Chandler, Mike.
That was Chandler. I'm sorry. Jalen Cox spun him down. He is a little taller than Brock. This is a loss on the play. Back to the 21.
A little misdirection there. Unfortunately, misdirection went backwards for us. The cornerback is 84, Sheldon Cox. Safety is number 2, Demetrius McKnight. And the other corner is number 5, Jason Williams.
Second and 13. First quarter, 6-0 Newcastle. Again, needing a win to get in. The top 4 teams, as they currently stand, South Fayette is clinched. Blackhawk, Newcastle, and Montour. They look good to get there. This is Caleb White off the left side with his head down, and maybe gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. In there for the Hurricanes is senior Julian Klingensmith, the outside linebacker, to bring Caleb White down. His gain is 3. It's 3rd and 10 for Highlands.
And you mentioned our backfield, 12, Chandler Timmons, the quarterback. The running back's 22, Brock White. Cousin Caleb wears number 2. Wide receivers, Christ, 26, Loveland, 10. Hawley, number 4. We'll get the down lineman after this play, hopefully, if we convert on 3rd and 10.
Rams look like a little confused on this set. And they're going to have to call time.
Yep.
It didn't look like Caleb White knew exactly where to go, so the Rams will call timeout.
And he's gimping a little bit too, Mike.
He is, and that's very possible. He ran that last one, so that could be an issue for him. 5:56 left of the first quarter, and the Rams trailing it by a score of 6-0. Well, many companies can give you car insurance quotes, but only our good friends at Nationwide back it up with dedicated licensed professionals and superior claim service. Mel and John at the Boucher Agency want to make ensuring your new teen driver a stress-free experience. We got young Highlands students getting that new license every day, and that's where you want to go see Mel and John. Tell them Mike and Mike said it's a good idea to come in there. Check out that young driver discount, because when you compare, nobody beats the Boucher's rates for young drivers. I know you did that with Kenny. Call your hometown Nationwide agents, John and Mel, at 724-224-4300, and get the coverage that's right for your family. They have evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, in the AK Valley, the Bouchers and Nationwide are on your side.
My young driver's now 27. Still lets me pay the insurance.
Oh, he does let you do that?
I can bundle it that way.
Isn't that nice of him?
Yep.
Timmons throws it to the near side of the field, and a diving catch
You got it?
with
Yes,
the fingertips by Loveland, and it's a first down at the 34-yard line. Oh, DJ made a great catch.
Yep. He looked like Tyreek Hill yesterday. You see that pass he caught yesterday? Perfect timing. Over his head. It takes a lot of concentration on a receiver because the ball is coming over your head. You don't see it after it crowns over your head. You stick out your hands and pray, and this time prayer was answered. Highlands 1st and 10.
They get the 10 they needed, and it's first down Highlands at the 34-yard line.
Offensive line, 54, Jeremiah Saunders at tackle, 53, Darren Hildebrand at guard. Center, 72, Daniel Timmons. Right guard, 50, Jeremiah Nelson. And right tackle, 52, Joaquin Rome.
I formation. They're going to run a toss this time to White to the far side of the field. Gets a good seal block. Turns it up in there. They're going after the football, but Brock holds onto it and gets 5 yards. Logan Gibson, the junior inside linebacker, was tackling the football that time, but Brock did a good job to hold on to it.
Difference there might be between him and McKnight. McKnight kept going on, getting to the edge. Brock turned that one up, and
McKnight loves those sidelines.
Oh, that's where we got to box him in, Mike.
Because he's so fast.
Yeah, we didn't box him in last time.
Christ splits wide to the right this time. 2nd and 5, Highlands under 39. Trailing at 6-0. Now Caleb White resets, as does Brock White. Oh, now there's a mix-up, and Timmons is going to take the brunt of that one. Well, the Rams have, for game 9, you shouldn't be so confused. That's 2 plays already that they've had problems.
Looks like they're trying to get some scissor action, like some misdirection, and then, if you remember, Braden was pretty effective at running that. Braden Timmons back in the day. You get the crossover, make the lineman commit, and then the quarterback picks where he wants to go. Unfortunately, it didn't work that time. Didn't work the first time either.
Third down now. The Rams converted their last third down attempt to 3rd and 10. This is a 3rd and 7. Again from the I formation. And Chandler's just going to run a toss to White, and he's got nowhere to go. Yeah. He is chased down and brought down for a big loss at the 28-yard line.
Speed kills, Mike.
Curious call on 3rd and 7. It's an 8-yard loss, and the Rams will have to punt.
Run game has struggled the last couple of weeks, Mike.
Rams have won 6 plays, and 3 of them have been for a loss. Johnny Christ will punt, averaging 34 yards a kick. Back deep for the Hurricanes.
Number 5
is Jason Williams. He stands at the 40. Low snap. Christ has trouble picking it up, but he gets a good kick away. It's a knuckler. It's going to hit.
Pick it up.
Williams is going to take it at the 39, and the Rams have him as Brandon Jockum, the senior, got him for no gain on the punt return, and Newcastle will start on their 39-yard line.
Signorello Alston on that one, Mike.
32-yard punt. First down, Newcastle, 3:40 to go first quarter.
See if they made a defensive adjustment and try to do something to get McKnight off those sidelines.
Hurricanes under 8th-year coach Joe Coward. He's made the playoffs every year except for the first year he was there. And trying to make it again here with a win tonight. They will get back. They also have Ambridge in their pockets next week, so they're in pretty good shape. Wells keeps it, sprints to the right, cuts back inside, and
Hildebrand held on for dear life.
He did. Yep. Somebody shot right past him.
That was Brock White.
Yep. He was in there, and just they made enough of a move. And they get an 8-yard gain for Wells.
Newcastle's finding something on the outside, Mike, and they're going to it every play, and I would too. Got to stop it.
Well, Well, running inside hasn't been working well against Highlands, the way their defense has played here the last really month or so. And
just joining us, Max Weston, senior, not alive tonight. Khalil White, has been taking his place. He's a big kid.
He is. He's got some size on him. Wells is back. He pumps. He looks. And he throws it into the ground. Is it a catch? Well, let's see. They're going to say yes. No.
Incomplete.
Incomplete as it bounced to Cade. Wells' second pass throw.
Jeremiah Saunders put the pressure on that time, Mike. Now it's 3rd down and about 2.5.
How about Knock? They won their first 5 games, and now it's up to somebody else whether they make it or not.
It's unbelievable.
And their chances of making it are pretty slim.
Yeah, and we needed them to help us along the way, and they didn't. Oh, well. Can't depend on other teams for help. You got to help yourself.
You got to do it yourself. And a big one. The left tackle, Bernie Fabian, and he's hard to miss.
Bernie's a big boy. How big is he? Bernie is so big. I got to go to the second page.
Yeah, he's on page 2. He's 6'4", 310, and that's before breakfast, Ken.
Yeah, and guess what? He scored a touchdown last week.
He did. He scored it. No, it was a 2-point conversion on a left tackle around on a 2-point conversion. They handed it to Bernie Fabian.
How long did it take him to get around?
He got around there pretty good, I got to tell you. I think Knock had pretty much packed it in by then. Wells sprints, looks, fires. It's tipped and incomplete. Off the fingertips of Jason Williams, who's obviously his most trusted receiver.
I was going to force him to punt.
And that will be the punt.
Punting for Newcastle will be number 17, Donnie Cade. Or check that, number 3. They changed it.
Michael Wells.
Yep.
And Loveland and Brock White are back for Highlands. 2:38 left first quarter. Newcastle holding on to that 6-0 lead. The Rams' worst quarter is the first. They're being outscored 56-13, but it gets a lot better in the second quarter.
Took a good old time. Boy, did he kill that one, Mike.
He did. It's high, and the Rams going to let it hit. Remember, they had some problems last week. They're better off just doing that.
That's a good bounce for the Golden Rams.
It did. And getting down there quickly for the Hurricanes is Nico Miller to get on it. So Highlands will start 1st and 10 inside their 30, but they have the football and trail at 6-0.
Newcastle, Mike, has 6 back on offense, 6 back on defense. As you mentioned, contending for a playoff spot this week in the Northwest 8. We've got Ambridge at South Fayette, Beaver at Montour. Want to pick those 2 winners?
Exactly.
And that's why you say we're eliminated from the playoffs.
This is Caleb White off the left side. 30, 35. First down out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Yeah. You're going to get dragged backward.
And that's how that's supposed to be called, but I don't see a flag over there, but it is first down Highlands in any event, I do believe. Let's see where they put it. Now they're going to say it was out of bounds at the 35-yard line. My
Terrible mark. Boy, that's a bad mark.
2nd and 2.
Yikes.
No, the reason I say we're eliminated is because Gardner points just don't add up in any of the tie situations we get into. Remember, we'd have to make it at 3 and 4. The pass is complete. That's down at the turf at the 41. That's a Highlands first down. We're certainly, Deshaun Hawley caught it. Not very many demonstrative signals by our officiating crew so far. But it's 5 yards, first down Highlands, and we'll take it at the 41.
So we're talking about this earlier, Mike. We could tie for 4th, but there's no way we go.
Because the teams that we will have tied with have better wins than we have, and therefore in Gardner points, we got no chance. They both beat Knock, who won 4.
I'm going to guess they didn't factor that into those 90 teams still being alive, Mike.
Well, could you imagine trying to figure that out figure Gardner points out for every team? I only had to figure it out for one. It was kind of easy. White.
Yeah, I was looking at that. When they said 119 teams, 90 still have a mathematic chance. But that obviously they didn't include tiebreakers in that. They couldn't.
It's a 4-yard pickup for White. 2nd down and 6 at the 45. Timmons inside give. This is Caleb and nothing. He's thrown back rudely by Julian Klingensmith. 3rd down. 7 to go now.
This seems anytime we're trying to fake handoffs in the backfield, they're on top of us.
8 carries, 6 yards for Highlands so far.
I think what we have to do is just go directly at them.
Another long third down, 3rd and 7. The Rams 1 for 2 on third down so far. Clock winds to less than a minute, first quarter, 6-0 Newcastle. Khalil Long sets up in a slot to the left. Timmons dropped the snap, and now he's just going to run it up the middle and has nowhere to go. Ran right into the waiting arms of freshman Marcus Evans, number 58. The Rams are having hot potato tonight, Dean.
Well, it's chilly out there tonight, Mike. First time we've actually had a
it really is.
Snip in the air, and sometimes, especially that first time around, it affects you.
The Rams are going to line up here, but I think they're just going to let the quarter run out. 11 seconds to go. They're lining up to go for it on 4th and 7.
Maybe just try to draw them like they did.
They did. Now, it's not a first down, but they can go for it now.
Part 1.
Right, exactly. Who was it they got the jump? I think that was Jalen Cox.
Smart idea, Mike, with 5 seconds to go. Now, they will start the clock every set.
So it's 4th and 2 at the 49-yard line.
Yep, now just going to let the clock run out.
Now the clock will run out, and then Dom Girardi has some time to decide what he wants to do. That's the end of the first quarter at Golden Ram Stadium on senior night with the score. Newcastle 6 and Highlands nothing.
All right, Mike, let's talk about B&J Sports, located 1605 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. They've been outfitting our local teams and great sports fans of the AK Valley for nearly 50 years. When it comes to all your sporting good needs, look no further than B&J Sports. All those senior coaches see tonight, Mike, Glenn did those for the teams. They have a personal touch, high school jackets, team uniforms, trophies, plaques, you name it. They have it at B&J Sports. Located on Freeport Road, open 9 to 5:30, weekdays, Saturdays 9 till noon. Stop in and see them today. 5 decades says all. B&J Sports. We'll be looking for toques pretty soon, huh?
We will. I think we should do that. We should make that like our Christmas presents and each get ourselves a toque. What do you think?
I guess we have to explain what toques are.
Tossle caps. Alex Kessman, 47-yard field goal. Pitt, 5:50 left first quarter, leads Syracuse 3-0.
What are your Penguins going to do tonight?
I don't know. Yankees and Astros tied 1-1 in the first. Penguins are no score yet. Mr. Wood just showed me. Scoreless game there. So we're keeping track of all that for everyone tonight. The Buckeyes. They don't start till 8 o'clock.
Those are your Yankees, right? They're going to go for it, Mike.
They are going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and 2. Well, why not try to draw them off again?
Got Johnny
It's
up
been
here
successful
on the
since Coach Girardi has been here. Seth Cohen was very successful at it, and now Chandler's picked up a knack.
Look, right over center, too, Mike. We haven't seen that much. They
got him again.
There we go.
Let's see if they get this. And this is the nose guard that has nothing to do but watch the football.
He's listening to the
cadence, exactly.
Somehow.
And that's Marcus Evans, that freshman again. And 2 offside penalties give Highlands a first down.
Take him any way we can get him, Mike.
Great job, Chandler Timmons.
Yep.
Now you try to hit him on quick change here and try to go deep. What do you think?
Works for me.
1st and 10 at the Newcastle 45. 6-0. Newcastle leads it here, second quarter. Again, they need to win one either this week and next week. I believe they have Ambridge.
Here comes everybody,
Timmons
Mike.
back.
He's
He
got
looks.
time.
He fires.
Great.
It's caught.
Nice
Pulled
job.
in. First down Highlands. DJ Loveland at the Newcastle 34.
When he had the time, Mike, he delivered, and they sent everybody. Strictly man-to-man coverage, Mike, because I saw 3 linebackers all fire that time. Great job by that offensive line to pick them up.
Yep. Timmons 3 for 3 so far through the air. 1st and 10. On the Newcastle 34-yard line. Play action. Timmons throws it. It's caught on a slant. This is Kreis on the way.
He's gone.
15-10. We got a Highlands touchdown. Johnny Kreis, 34 yards.
He turned on the Jets there, Mike, and clear sailing from there. Chandler Timmons now 4 for 4, 62 yards, and more importantly, a Highland score.
34 yards. I think they hit one similar distance a week ago.
And now we're going to go for 2, Mike. Our kicker, Haley Heister we had 3 seniors walk today, didn't have uniforms.
Yeah, there are 3 things you have to do to make a successful place kick. Snap it, hold it, and kick it. And one of those 3 things has gone wrong just about every time recently. So Dom Girardi's just decided we're going to go for 2. Highlands is 0 for 2 on 2-point conversions.
It's a big one here.
Timmons going to throw it, and White is there! He pulls it in for the 2, and the Rams lead at 8-6 to Brock White.
That was a biggie, Mike, because that puts Highlands in the lead.
At the 11:28 mark of the second quarter, Highlands has the lead for the first time tonight.
All right, Mike, it's time to talk about the Anchor Inn. Another Highlands football season can mean only one thing. Post-game at the Anchor Inn. Joey and Andy, we're going to be up there tonight to celebrate senior night. Continue a family tradition started way back in 1953. Great home-cooked meal without having to do the cooking. Original Anchor Burger, my favorite. Mike likes the seasoned wings. Daily specials are available on the blue plate. Always served on blue plate. And don't forget the popcorn. We'll be up there tonight to get it. Kids up to 11, so no better way than after the kickoff to go to the Anchor Inn. Anchor Inn, Freeport Road, Natron Heights. Welcome aboard. We'll be there.
All right, so the Rams score. Beautiful. And the 2 offside penalties just killed Newcastle there. It was 4th and 7. The Rams were going to have to punt, and they drew him offside twice, got second life, and then drove it the rest of the way for a touchdown, 34 yards from Timmons to Christ. Timmons 4 for 4, 60 yards so far. And the Rams have the early lead, 8-6.
Nice to have the lead. Nice to have competitive games. Like after 5 shutouts in a row, we had last week was competitive.
Oh, it's a squibbler, and falling on it for the Hurricanes is 54, Antonio Gardner, another freshman. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, or if that just went off the side of Jeremiah's foot.
And like Jeremiah comes by his kicking naturally. He, along with Johnny, being big defensive guys, haven't had a chance to work with John Boucher, our kicking guru, and sometimes that happens.
It does. Especially he's kicking it pretty much straight on, and that's different.
That's called a miss. 1st
and 10. Newcastle on their 47. Let's see if the defense has done a good job the second time, and Wells wants to throw it. He's going to fire it down the sideline, got a man wide open. It's McKnight. 15-10, Newcastle touchdown. 53 yards on the first play. They take the lead right back.
That was Wells?
That was Wells to McKnight.
Wow.
And he's completed 2 passes for 83 yards. 84 yards, and that was 53 to McKnight. Last week, McKnight threw a touchdown pass to Wells. They reversed the order. So it's 12-8 now. Newcastle leads it, and now they'll go for 2. We're not going to see any place kicks tonight, I don't think.
Look like.
They missed the first one. Wells under center. McKnight, deep tailback.
Like
Wells is going to toss. They're going to run a reverse to the near side of the field. This is Williams to the corner for 2.
Easy does it. Looked like we jumped off sides, too.
So just like that, Newcastle on one play. 11 seconds after Highlands took the lead, Newcastle takes it right back.
And there goes the momentum right out the window, Mike.
Yep. It's a fickle thing. And in this case, it was very fickle.
Stunned senior night crowd here, Mike, to see first play. That was a heck of a fake, by the way. Everybody bid on a running play, including me. I didn't see him streaking down the sidelines. By the way, that is number 10 touchdown pass for Mr. Wells. Came in tonight passing for 996 yards. Well, guess what? He's over 1,000. He's also run for 225. Keep an eye on McKnight's rushing, Mike. He came in at 895. He gets 105 night. He'll join 1,000-yard club.
We talked about Newcastle. They've had the mastery over Highlands here since we've been in the same conference. 38-14 last year. The crazy game here 2 years ago, 48-47 double overtime where Seth Cohen set the stadium passing record. And then in 2016, when Sam Albert was still the coach, the Rams lost at Newcastle 29-26, a game that they led big early. There's the kick.
Clock's kicking off.
This is Loveland at the 21, 30, 35, 40. Loveland is going to go all the way out to the 43-yard line. And again, the Rams have a good return.
Penalty marker, Mike.
Oh, darn. We're going to discuss it here and see what this is all about. Probably against the Rams in this situation. Flags at the 40, so they could probably get the start at the 30. We'll see.
We talk about Timmons is coming through Highlands. Like, how many Cox kids have come through? You just added Sheldon Cox to the roster.
Right, he wasn't on the original roster. I don't know when he joined the team, but it took me a little while to figure out. I was going to send you a note. We got to figure out who 84 is. And then I did a little checking, and I said, oh, okay. I mean, we remember him from hoops also. That basketball game we talked about, Newcastle beat Highlands 68-62 in the semifinals this past February. They led that game 40-19 at halftime and 59-33 in the fourth quarter. And then Luke Cochran went off, scored 17 fourth quarter points, and the Rams were back to within 3, I think, at one point.
A little too late, unfortunately. White on the handoff, up the middle, breaks a tackle, picks up about 7 on the play.
That's what you like on first down. Number 14 was in there, Will Blackshear, to make the tackle.
Little birdie told me the basketball team last week was up in Erie. Mike played 3 games, won them all, beat Meadville. They're 5A, we're 4A. They had 3 guys 6'5" or bigger, and game-winning shot, Corey Meyer, 3 at the buzzer.
Good. Corey was in the homecoming court last week.
Yes, he was.
2 tight ends for Highlands. 2nd and 4. Timmons sprints in trouble, and down he goes at the 27-yard line. And that is Jalen Cox.
Yeah, my unofficial yardage for Chandler, 4 rushes minus 15.
Yeah. Sacks mostly.
Sacks, yeah.
A couple mess ups and a couple sacks.
Yep.
14-8 Newcastle, 10 minutes left second quarter, and the Rams are going to face a 3rd and 12 here.
Newcastle coming as billed with McKnight and Wells.
Now we get them to jump off sides 3 times, we get a first down.
There we go.
From the shotgun, White the sidecar. Straight back is Timmons. They blitz, in trouble, and down he goes. Well, they picked it up for a moment, but they couldn't keep him out of there for forever. 58, Marcus Evans was in there. He's playing a strong game as a freshman on the defensive line tonight. And Timmons down again. That's his 5th tackle for loss tonight.
He had Loveland streaking down the sideline, but unfortunately couldn't get it to him. His back deep and have to punt.
4th and 17. Rams are minus on the ground tonight, -1. 2nd punt for Christ. Jason Williams, the senior, back to receive, and Christ kicks it end over end. Williams goes back to get it at the 40, the 45, near side of the field. Oh, great tackle by freshman Landon Signorella. He came firing in there and knocked him off his feet. And his grandpa, George, is telling me he's been playing some good ball in the JV games.
It's his 3rd special teams tackle there, Mike. Now we need to stop, Mike.
Landon, a former cameraman of ours.
Let's not say former.
Last basketball season. Exactly. If he'd still like to continue. We had Michael Zeiler, of course, is the teacher here and does all the choir, and they had the national anthem tonight. I said he was a short-time cameraman of ours way back when he was still in high school here.
He does all the plays for the school.
He is tremendous. Yeah. There was a nice story on him in the paper this year.
My wife and I go every year to his Christmas performance they do at the Presbyterian Church up in Toronto Heights.
Under center is Wells.
Time ran out.
And we're going to get a timeout by Joe Cowart. The clock was about to run out. Hope Aaron Hicks just hit one to the sticks, and the Yankees lead 4-1 now in the 2nd inning.
Now they do, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So that's a timeout for Newcastle. That'll be there first. Ron Gillette Towing and Services is a registered contractor certified in PA state inspections and emissions. Call Gillette's today for all your towing, paving, excavating, hauling, demolition, and yes, snow removal needs. Planning a cleanup? Rent the 10-yard cup box, and it's that time of year to clean up with holidays coming. Gillette Towing is fully licensed, insured, bonded, and certified, and owns all of its state-of-the-art equipment. And Gillette's are proud to enjoy an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Do you know how hard it is to get one of those?
Yes, sir.
Very difficult. Call Gillette's at 724-226-1222. Their phones answer 24/7. For emergency services, and as always, it's person to person. You can find them on the web at RonGilletteInc.com or on Facebook, Ron Gillette Inc., Towing and More. Ron Gillette Towing and Services, the AK Valley's leader since 1955.
All right, 1st and 10 after the timeout for Newcastle. We said a momentum swing after the touchdown. Let's get the swing back to us. Maybe a turnover, Mike.
Play action. Wells is back. He looks. They come after him. Sprints out to the left. Throws it against the grain and throws it to the popcorn vendor. There was not a soul over there. That's got to be intentional grounding.
Yeah, I mean, he's way out of the pocket.
Referee's going to come talk to the linesman now, and I got a feeling we're going to get there. There's the flag.
Yep.
You can't have intentional grounding without a caucus anymore.
Yeah.
But that's what the call is.
That is the 4th Newcastle penalty.
Lost it down on the play. So it'll be 2nd down. The penalty will be, it's either 5 or 10. I'm never sure in high school.
I think it's 10. Yeah.
So put it back at the 37. I think they took it 5 yard. Yeah, it needs to be at the 35. There you go, guys. 2nd and 20 now for the Hurricanes.
They weren't shy about passing the last 2 times, Mike. Let's see if they go there again.
Well, Wells is 2 for 4 for 84 yards. He's at the 2 long ones, one to Jason Williams and the other one to Demetrius McKnight. On 2nd and 20. The give is to McKnight to get some of that back. Spins out of there.
Nice job, yeah.
He does a good job. He was wrapped up by Khalil Long and Darren Hildebrand, but he spun out of that. And Caleb White ends up bringing him down at about the 38.
Drake Burford checking in for the Golden Rams, replacing Tyrus Kerr.
3rd down and 17. A big stop for Highlands now. You don't want to give Wells a lot of time back there either. Quickly the Rams
trying to get back onto the
running
field.
Tyrus Kerr back out there. Count them up.
I'm trying. They're moving. They're not cooperating.
Wells is back. He's going to throw a middle screen, and it's incomplete. Well, Demetrius McKnight heard footsteps, and coming across the middle was Jeremiah Saunders, the inside linebacker, and I don't think he wanted to find out what was going to happen to him if he'd held on to that.
A no moss.
4th and 17, and Highlands will get it back.
All right, Mike, there's a little bit of momentum swing right there. Let's see if the Golden Rams get back on the field and get their offense going. They scored over on a 34-yard pass to Johnny Christ and Chandler Timmons.
Just under 8 minutes left of the first half. It's 14-8 Newcastle.
And we're holding service here with the extra points.
Wells is back to punt it. Low snap. Wells gets it off.
Well, he puts him up there high, doesn't he?
He does. It's going to hit. You think the Rams have been instructed to let it go?
Well, twice they've taken rolls for
right. But you think after last week they may have just the old Jake Kappa theory, just let it hit the ground. So we have gotten a few good bounces on those, so that's good. So it's 1st down at the 27, 7:46 to go.
Like I mentioned, conference games, non-conference, like Beaver Falls at Blackhawk. Now, there's a good non-conference game. They'll get a crowd for that. Knock at Trinity, they're not going to get a crowd for that.
Right. Here's the give to White. Squares the shoulders. Good run up over the 35 to the 36-yard line, and a good solid 9 yards on 1st down. He ran a man over, and that man is getting up slowly. All right, and that is 24 for the Hurricanes, and that's Julian Klingensmith. Did you get that changed, Dean? Chris Hood is number 4.
Right. No number
1. Well, I never got an answer back from Sam Flores, so.
Complete to Christ. He spins out,
Here
Mike.
comes Johnny spinning.
He's
at the 50, 45, 40, 35, and knocked out of bounds with a 1st down in Newcastle territory by Demetrius McKnight.
Johnny gave that spin once he caught the pass, Mike. Lost his first man.
32 yards.
And all of a sudden, Chandler has 94. He's 5 for 5, Mike.
And 2 to Christ for 66. 1st down on the Newcastle 32-yard line.
That was a great spin play, Mike. Once he caught it, spun out, and now we have sideline warning to Newcastle.
And so that's been taken care of. Next one will result in a penalty. That's how that works. Usually what happens is the linesmen run into...
Like the sticks aren't set yet, but they're going to go because now we got a problem here.
You got to set the sticks.
Right, and the clock is running out. You could actually throw a beanbag there if the clock was set correctly, but the clock...
Well, they're going to wait because the reason you stop the clock on first down is to move the chains.
No, not anymore. 40 seconds starts right then. They throw a beanbag there, those guys got to catch up. Something happened over here.
So the ball will be at the 32 still, and it'll be 1st and 10, and we'll get started all over again.
That's the good news.
White's sidecar, play action. Timmons was looking for a slant, but he has no time. He has no time, and that's 58 again. That's Evans.
Chandler faked, Mike. When he faked, 58 could have took the handoff.
Yep, he could have. And that's another loss of 6. We'll call it 5.
Marcus Evans. Chandler now minus 25 just on sacks alone. But
he's been put down 5 times.
When he has time, he's 5 for 5.
Right.
But there's 5 times he hasn't had the chance.
Now what you got to look for here is you got 4 downs to try to get down there, and you need to get chunks now. 2nd and 15.
Johnny wide right.
Timmons quickly fires it. It's a wide receiver screen to Christ, and now he's got some room inside the 35 and down to the 31.
Tried that a few times against Montour. Didn't work. Did here, though.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. And again, we got to figure the Rams have 2 downs to go after this.
Chandler now over 100 yards, 6 for 6 for 101. And you're right, Mike. 3rd down, 2 down territory for sure.
Less than 6 minutes to go, first half. Newcastle leads at 14-8. Timmons is back and he throws it. Oh, it's wide open, Holly. He's got a 1st down inside the 10. 1st and goal, Highlands. Deshaun Holly and a great strike by Timmons.
That was a great pass, Mike. Led him perfectly. Holly grabs it, pulls it on senior night.
We're going to put it right at the 10-yard line. 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sean Holly's had a great senior year, Mike. Defensively, he's done a great job as a corner this year, and offensively, pulling that big pass is 2nd and night. Highlands 1st down and goal at the 10.
They give us to White. Tries to sprint to the right. Tries to get outside.
Why
and
does he turn it up, Mike?
Yeah, he had some room there. It's so easy to see from where we are.
And I just told him last time, go outside.
Right.
He did what I wanted to do.
He's at the 8. It's 2nd and goal.
Like you said, much easier to see up here, that's for sure.
We do have a great view, don't we?
Yep.
Wide side of the field to the left. The clock ticks down under 5. First half. Rams trailing it by 6.
Been a couple momentum swings here in the first half. Let's see if Highlands can get it score before the half.
Timmons back and he guns it and it's incomplete. Boy, Christ was open, but the pass was just short. Christ looking back like he was held, pleading to the officials. And that's the first incompletion by Chandler Timmons tonight.
You know what, Mike? I go back there again.
3rd and goal. There are 2 ways to look at this. You know you're going for it on 4th. You can throw it twice, or you can run it once and see how close you get. Highland's going to call time. They're 2nd. At 4:39 left of the 2nd quarter, and Highlands trailing it 14-8.
What I liked about that, Mike, is they had Johnny being covered one-on-one by McKnight. He's an athlete, but he's also only 6 foot tall. Johnny's 6'6". I like the matchup.
Yeah, exactly. And I like the Johnny's matchup one-on-one against anybody, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And it just, put the ball up to him and let him fight for it. And so he's caught tonight, 3 more passes. So on the year, he has 33 catches, and that's a bushel full.
3 for 71 tonight here, Mike. And what I like about this is there is no safety over the top.
It's too close. That's why. And it's hard to throw when you're this close, and that makes it difficult.
I go right back to it. They got our formation, and again, Mike, where they spot the ball on the far side, actually gives Johnny a little more room to work.
Johnson's out there with them now.
Problem is, if he goes over the middle, he'll see a double.
And giving Chandler time's the key. He's
Safety
back.
Blitz.
Sprints right. Looking. He's hit, and down he goes. The ball's out. And And Newcastle, I believe, may have recovered this down at the 8-yard line. And they still haven't had a signal. Yep, they do. Newcastle has it. It's recovered by Sheldon Cox. And the Highlands turnover bugaboo continues to bite them. That's the 21st time this year the Rams have turned it over. They are minus 15 in that department.
And that could be
and that's a killer because you're in scoring territory right there.
Bad chance there, Mike. We want a momentum swing back to Highlands. Now Newcastle gets a chance. What a wildcat here, Mike.
A wildcat with McKnight. First down on the 7. McKnight's going to just take it, go right up the middle, spin and turn, and get some yardage outside the 10 to the 12-yard line. The gain will be 5.
First time we called Jeremiah's name tonight. That's odd, Mike. Haven't called Joaquin Roman yet. They're doing a good job on our Don linemen.
They are.
It's real long. They ain't one of the tackles so far.
They come in 5-3. And 3-2 in the conference. They've beaten Montour, Beaver, and Knock. They have Ambridge next week. This is McKnight. They got him in the backfield, and down he goes inside the 10-yard line. Brock White knifed in there to make the stop.
We might get the ball back here in decent field position.
McKnight not having as much success on the ground as he did against the Rams last year, but again, you know that.
They're not going to go Wildcat this time, that's for sure. Wells back at quarterback.
Wells back in there.
Empty backfield, 2 wings and 3 wide.
And Wells is going to sprint to the near side of the field. He looks. He fires. Oh, what a catch. Beautifully pulled in as White went for the interception. Couldn't come up with it. And Williams caught it. And we'll see if it's a first down. I think. Is it? It is.
I thought Brock picked that one off, Mike. Stepped right in front of him.
Just like last week.
Yeah.
Play of the year.
Yeah. And Newcastle keeps their drive alive out of the shadow of their goal line, Mike. I thought we would get a punt here right before the half, but it didn't work out for the Golden Rams.
McKnight off the left side, tries to find some running room to the outside and does get out there and runs to the sidelines. Stops the clock as he gets out of bounds, but he gets about 8 yards.
Yeah, Mike, nobody on the edge. You got to set the edge, and they're not doing it.
They'll give him the 25. That's 7. Second and 4. Syracuse had tied Pitt, but Kenny Pickett throws a touchdown pass to Aaron Matthews. The kick is good, and the Panthers lead it 10-3 in the first quarter up at the Carrier Dome.
Hail to Pitt.
Second down and 3.
Here comes Saunders.
This is McKnight, and he is hit and dropped. Not much. He gets up to about the 27-yard line as Bender brought him down.
Bender's first tackle.
2-yard pickup.
And Mike,
third and a long one, Dean.
Panthers did not have the services of Harris Ford tonight for the first half
on that bogus call.
He had to stay in the locker room too, Mike.
I know.
Weird.
Third down. We saw Paris here.
Yeah.
Playing for, and this is Wells. Tries to get outside. He's going to get the first down. 30-35. Flag down behind the play. That can't be a bad play. That's got to help Highlands.
Yep. White makes the tackle. Let's see what the flag's about.
So we'll see if this is a penalty against Newcastle. This could wipe the first down off the board. Wells had a nice run there.
Donnie Cade walking around with a guilty look on his face.
Yes, 17. You guys remember? It's a holding call against Newcastle. So they've been bitten by a little bit of the penalty bug tonight. You notice the last 2 weeks the Rams haven't committed a ton, and it's been to their advantage.
5-0 tonight. We haven't committed a penalty yet.
So the ball's going to be back since they put it at the spot of the foul back at the 27. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 after the penalty. Clock Clock winds to 2:10 first half. Remember, Highlands gets the ball coming out of the locker room. It's a big play here on 3rd and 2. I'm back to your thing. Why don't they just run the same thing? They're going to give it to McKnight instead. McKnight is hit and dropped for a loss by Brock White. Back inside the 25-yard line. What a play by White to fight off the block and get in there and knock McKnight off his feet.
Drake Burford helped too, Mike, but that was Brock White firing there like a missile. His 4th tackle, and they're going to punt.
They are. Unfortunately, the Rams only have one timeout left, or they could have taken one right there. It would have really helped them out, stopping the clock. I guess they still could have taken one right there if they really wanted it. But
speaking of Kenny Pickett, we're going to have a Kenny Pickett 2-minute drive like he did against Duke last week, 2 weeks ago.
Kenny Pickett in a baseball cap is a dead ringer for Jordan Spieth. Here's the punt. It's going to be an end-over-end kick. It's going to hit. And now picking it up on a run is Loveland, and here he comes. Up over the 50-45. Here he comes to the near side of the field. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, DJ Loveland. How about that? 60 yards. Loveland picked it up on a bounce. He picked it up on about the 40, and he dashed all the way for a Highlands touchdown.
And nobody's happier than Dave Loveland in the stands, Mike. Remember last week, DJ was a little down after.
We told DJ we were going to need him.
And the point I made last week, Mike, they didn't score in that play.
No, they didn't.
Got the ball back, had time, just couldn't get it done. But DJ, taking it personally, brings one back 60 yards here, tied at 14.
And the Rams have gotten into the knots business here lately. Non-offensive touchdowns, and those are good things. We saw Logan Kreis here last week, and he was the king of the knot. So the Rams go for 2. I think this is going to be against Highlands.
Procedure.
The Rams will go for 2. We're tied at 14 at 1:02 left first half. That's going to set the Rams back 5 yards.
As you mentioned, Mike, we hit the ball to start the second half, too.
Last week, the 75-yard interception return by Brock White. DJ scored a touchdown earlier this year on a fumble recovery. So Highlands will go for 2, this time from the 7-yard line. And Kreis is going to split out to the right this time. Chance to take the lead.
Sometimes you get more room to work with, Mike.
And Jimmins going to throw the fade, and Kreis dropped it right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Yikes. He wins those jump balls.
Everything went right except the final part.
Wow.
So we stay tied at 14 apiece at 1:02 left of the first half.
These teams love ties, Mike. You mentioned a couple years ago, went double overtime.
48-47, 2 overtime. Seth Cohen threw for 412 that night and threw for 7 touchdowns.
It was kind of a play like that where we went for 2 points to try to end the game. Wow. Great job by DJ. And he almost didn't pick it up, Mike.
No, he waited for the bounce, and then I think Newcastle kind of got lulled to sleep a little bit because Highlands hadn't picked one up so far. So we're tied at 14. Each team has scored 2 touchdowns, made 1 2-point conversion, missed another 2-point conversion, and we're right where we should be.
Mike, top 5 in 4A. Thomas Jefferson remains number 1. South Fayette 2. Bell Vernon 3. Blackhawk 4. Newcastle has moved into number 5 position. Knock, Mike, after losing 4 in a row, is now out of the top 5. They held their position for a while, those leagues.
Here's what Knock needs to make the playoffs in favor of Newcastle is whatever Newcastle does tonight, they need them to do next week. You need to win 2 or lose 2.
Yeah, how about that? That net odd, huh?
Yeah. Saunders kicks it, and this one's going to be a line shot, and it's going to be picked up by Klingensmith up over the 40 to the 42-yard line. Tyler Bender down there, and
Coleman,
and Isaiah Coleman, senior. So with 55 seconds to go, we'll see what Joe Coward's pleasure is. 8th-year head coach, won 55% of his games at Newcastle.
From here, Mike, I'm going to take a couple shots. He's got timeouts too, right?
Mm-hmm. And the Rams haven't gotten to Wells. They have 2 timeouts left by my highly unofficial numbers. Rams came back on the punt return. And And now we have a 14-14 tie. Boy, this is a different team than they were earlier in the season, aren't they?
Yep, been a long time since we had special teams return, huh?
It has been. As I said, I was talking to Logan Christ last week. That's probably what it goes back to.
Yeah, they all come. Saunders coming.
They are coming, and Wells is back. He's going to throw it over to McKnight, near side of the field, and he'll
out of bounds.
Nicely sidestep out of bounds, doing his best Franco Harris impression.
You saw that in tape last week, right, Mike?
Yeah, he likes to get out of bounds.
No harm, no foul, right?
No gain.
Lives to play another day.
There was a 2-point conversion that he ran toward the goal line. There were 3 Knights standing there, and he did the same thing. He just sidestepped out of bounds and didn't even put his head down and try to make the 2 points.
2nd and 10. Clock stops.
Wells is back. Rams only sent 3 this time. He fires. Incomplete. Intended receiver was Cox, but Loveland had the coverage. It's 3rd down.
Drake Burford also there, Mike, threw it into a double team.
Okay, now what? Now if you throw an incomplete pass, Highlands gets it back again.
Yeah, you might want to just put it on the line. And McKnight's done a great job on the ground. Maybe just try to run him.
No, I think if they do try to run it out, if I'm Highlands, I do use my timeout now. Just to try to get another punt return. Wide receivers all over the place, 5 of them. This could be a quarterback draw with Wells back there. He's back. He looks. He wants to throw it. Fires it to the near side of the field. It's caught by Cade, and that's close. He stepped out as Saunders was there, and he didn't make it at the 49-yard line.
And he's going to stop the clock, right?
It's 4th and 3. Now they need their offside play.
Yep, and Newcastle's going to take a timeout here, right? Why?
Now they want to decide what they want to do. They may want to go for it. Or they might want to set up their offsides play.
They could have let it run down to 10 seconds, but hey, Wireless Zone's your largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America, offering the most popular smartphones, tablets, connected devices, and all the latest accessories with award-winning customer service. Verizon's 5G Wireless Zone is closer than you think. It will be here the first of the year, and we'll be the first ones to get it in the U.S., both fixed and mobile version. Stop in today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. Wireless Zones have 12 area locations, including 6 in the AK Valley. Ram fans, your wireless headquarters at Natrona Heights, at the Walmart Plaza, or in Pittsburgh Mills next to J.C. Penney across from Victoria's Secret. Or find the Wireless Zone store near you by visiting wirelesszone.com.
So here we go. It's 4th down. And what will Joe Coward do?
He's going for it. Or at least he's going to try to draw him offside.
Right. We've seen that a time or two by Highlands. 4th and 3 at the 49. And Wells is back. He looks. He looks.
He has time.
He fires it deep, and it's going to be incomplete. And Highlands will get the ball in Newcastle territory with 26 seconds to go. Boy, that was a questionable call.
Let's send Johnny on a couple streaks, right, Mike? I would do it 3 times down. Throw it deep.
So with 26 seconds left,
very interesting.
It's 1st down Highlands at the Newcastle 48.
As Artie Johnson would say.
Exactly.
Look that one up, kid.
It's laughing if you need some help. I love Goldie Hawn. I still do.
Here we go. 1st and 10.
1st down at the 49.
Johnny out to the right.
Brock White, the sidecar. Timmons is back. He's going to fire it deep. He's got Hawley down there, and Cox picks it off at the 25.
Get him down.
He's up over the 30. Sheldon Cox, 35. 40. And Timmons gets him at the 45-yard line. Sheldon Cox. That's the 2nd turnover that Sheldon Cox has forced. And the 2nd Highlands turnover of the night. 13 seconds left.
We're back where we started, Mike.
Basically. Well, never a dull moment the last couple weeks here, that's for sure. At the Newcastle 46, they'll start 1st and 10.
Now, do they go deep, Mike?
Might as well.
Yeah, what the heck? They won 5 wide.
The Rams haven't gotten much pressure on Wells tonight. We're tied at 14. Now they late run Wood onto the field. Play clock down to 5. And Wells is back. Time. Fires it up there. Got a man behind the defense. It's Cade. He caught it at the 17, but out of bounds. Well, the Rams got a break there. Holly looked like he was having trouble with his depth perception.
And again, Mike, when in doubt, I would grab him up now, right? 15-yard penalty.
Right. The only thing is, if it's the last play of the half, they get another
yeah.
play, and that would be the only detriment to that. Second and 10.
But again,
You got to make the tackle in the field now, too. That's right. If you're in doubt, do it. That gives you a chance. So this should be the last play of the half. And a wild one at Highlands on senior night. Tied at 14. Syracuse just kicked a field goal. It's 10-6 Pitt. 12 minutes left till halftime.
Hildebrand comes out, brings Isaiah Coleman in. Look at Isaiah compared to Johnny, Mike.
Yeah. Old Mutt and Jeff back there.
6'7" and 5'2".
Wells will throw it. This will be the last play, barring a penalty.
Pressure on him. Come on, Joaquin.
Now
Get after
Roman
him.
chases him down.
Get after him.
Wells throws a jump pass, and it's incomplete. Good job by the Rams White to fight it out of there, and that's going to be the last play of the first half. So it was crazy.
Crazy indeed.
The score at halftime, Highlands 14, Newcastle 14. We'll be back with stats and more right after this.